I was actually pretty deep down into my depression when I heard the voice of God. It was quiet. I was still. I was scrolling. I was laying and being not a couch potato, but a bed potato because I was in a space. I have found myself in a space where life itself almost had no meaning. It almost had no meaning. It was in a place where I was making sure I was diligently doing what was necessary for others, but completely neglecting myself. Making sure that the kids were okay and they had exactly what they needed, but not necessarily the things that they wanted. And my husband was the same. But me, myself, the woman of God, the vessel, was not taken care of. Me, myself, was in a space, in a place where Taylor didn't even exist. Taylor didn't even matter. But it was in that still quietness, that helped me hear his voice, understand that he was actually trying to get me to see myself in a time where I didn't even believe I existed anymore. That purpose that was given to me when I was created, crafted, and born into this realm did not exist for me anymore. That the fact that others didn't want me or love me in the ways that I believed I was putting out into this world meant that there was no point. Meant that if I can't be seen in the ways that you want me to be seen, then clearly I'm not needed. And if I'm not needed, then I can rot. But in my rotting, I heard the voice say, "Get up." In the rotting, I heard a voice say, "You're better than this." In the rotting, I heard a voice say, "There's more." In the rotting, I heard a voice say, "I got you." It was in those moments of stillness and of quietness. And even when I didn't want to listen, even when I didn't want to hear, even when I didn't want to appreciate what was being given to me, the love that was spewing towards me, even in those moments of rotting, he still spoke. He still showed me his love. He still tried to extend peace and extend joy because God said I was worthy. But it was only because I was willing to be still. Even though my stillness was because of the spiraling emotions and the crazy and the wild and the unthinkable thoughts that I was going through were there. It was only when I was still where I felt like I had some level of control. Where the voices wasn't so loud, but they were manageable. Scrolling, the voices weren't so loud, but they were manageable. It was in those moments of allowing myself to just be there, to even just lie in the bed and pray that I finally fall asleep, where God came the most and he tapped me on my shoulder, or he whispered sweetly in my ear. He showed me the love and the appreciation that I was searching for, even in those times where I couldn't appreciate it, where I couldn't understand it, where I couldn't truly, fully accept it in my heart, but knew that God was always there and God was always willing. Because he knew that even though I couldn't accept it then, one day I will. And one day I will have a testimony, and I will be willing to share, and I will be willing to go forth, and I will be willing to do his word, and I will be willing to read deeply and intently, and I will be willing to study, and I will be willing to be the woman that he needs me to be. But he knew that in those moments where I felt like enough was enough, that he still needed to voice and to have a true voice in me, to still continue to pour into me even when I wasn't allowing myself to be poured into, to still continue to be there for me even when I didn't want anyone there for me anymore, because I didn't believe that I could even be there for myself anymore. God said you weren't supposed to be alone. God said that you do have a father. God said that he is always near. God said that if you just listen to him, even in the quiet stillness. We talk about this time of coldness and hibernation being a time of sacred stillness, and in moments where God truly wants us to rest, heal, be refreshed, be renewed. But it's only in those moments where you allow those times to come where he can even just whisper sweetly to you the words that you personally need. Whisper sweetly to you the life that you need to be living instead of the life that you are living. The light that we need to continue to go forth, the strength that we need to power through the struggles that we are powering through, to continue to move forward in faith and in love and in trust, in true belief with him, means that we need to be connecting with him, and he will continue to do his part. Because the anointed and appointed ones, there is no place that we can run. There is no place that we can hide. God is always there for us, always searching after us, because he needs us. He has a purpose planned out for us, and he knows that we know that we are so much more than this, that we have so much more inside of us, that we can go forward in faith and in love with him, that we know that, but we truly need to be about that. And that's what God is asking for us to do, to be in that sacred stillness and enjoy and spend time with him, to hear out his plan, accept it, and move forward in faith with him. Partnership with God means that he will always be there with us through the good times and through the bad times. We have to be there talking to him through the good times and through the bad times. God is not there just to parade us with so many blessings and miracles. He is also there to be with us in the times where things are confusing, we are frustrated, we are hurt. He wants to be there for us in those times where we are crying out too. Crying our eyes out because of things we've done to ourselves, things we believe that others have done to us, and things we may even believe that God has done towards us too. He wants to hear all of it. He knows it all already anyway, but he truly wants to hear it from us ourselves. Being able to be open, being able to be honest, being able to be still and actually hear the voice of God communicate back with us. That's the true relationship. Being able to give and give and give and give unto him, and then wait and listen while he gives back. It takes patience. True patience. That's why it's a fruit of the Spirit. True patience. Because we have to move in his timing and not in our own. But that's it. That's all. I love y'all. I just came in here to give y'all a little one to show my love and appreciation, and to remind you guys to stay connected to your true source. Stay in them prayer closets and to continue to move in faith with them. I love y'all. Peace.